Invited me again to this nice presentation, nice show. I'm very glad to be here and very proud to present next version what we develop. It's a little. I try to apologize because it's a little bit mess because I tried to make some new release until 2 a.m. Of course, it's like dangerous demo preparation. Some doesn't work well, but almost is done. So what is about Homer? So about me. So everybody knows me, probably. Yeah? If not, I'm Alexandr Dubovikov. I'm living here in Germany, and I'm working at QSC AG. It's a huge provider, telecom provider, and also I'm working with QXIP, so I'm co-founder. And we're working exactly on Homer. We have also some new projects like Epic, Pastash, and etc. And I'm very glad to say what our team is growing up. Yeah? So in this year, a lot of nice guys join us, and it's Federico, Michele, Giacomo, Dario, Gaetano, and many others. Also Eugen from NetColon. It's a very good. We try to make focus on quality of our service. We try to bring more features to our projects, and et cetera, et cetera. About Homer 7. This year, it's exactly 7 years how since we started to develop Homer. And it was magically happens what Homer 7 is exactly since 7 years. So it's a nice time to present what we did. About Homer 7. It's a new major release. So probably last year, I said, OK, we will release Homer 6. But it was delayed, yeah, because normally we try to implement so many nice features, and we always delayed, and to say, okay, its next release will come in next month, and next month, and next month. We try to delay it, and after we delayed, we found what we created something bigger, what Homer 6, and we discarded Homer 6. We deleted also user interface. We deleted everything what we did, and we started always from scratch. And normally, in Homer 7, we bring a lot of new features, a lot of new components, and of course, Homer is now a little bit, we try to make Homer 7, it's a little bit more flexible, a little more easy to install, but of course, bringing new components, it makes a little bit complicated in some aspects. But I try to make focus exactly what we did. First of all, we have new capture server and new agents. So don't worry about Kamailio. If you want to use Kamailio like capture server, you still use it. It's not a problem at all. But some of users, when you write us and say, what I should do to use Homer or install Homer. OK, you have to install Kamailio, zip capture model. I said, no, I don't want to install zproxy. So no, it's not zproxy. It's a Kamailio, which works like zip capture server. And so no, I don't want to understand at all. And it was confusing. And we decided to make our own capture engine. And thanks. I'm sorry. I will. It's tweets. Yeah. I'm talking. Yeah. No problem. So I would like to say big thanks Negby. It's Eugen from NetColon. He did a great job to implement it with Haplify server. It's based on Go. And also Haplify capture agent, also based on Go. Of course, this means what you don't need to recompile with capt agent. Of course, if you want to use capt agent, you can use it, continue to use it, especially in some complicated scenarios. And oops, I switched off. It doesn't work well. OK. But in Go, it's nice. You can compile, and you can even start it on Windows. You can start on ARM. It's because Go make binary format, and there's no limitation to do it. It also do some RTCP statistics. It's also do some TLS, if I understood correct. TLS decoding, of course, is not with DTH private key. But it's nice, it's stable, it already works in some huge installation by customer, and very happy. What is about Homer and what is Homer 7 should do? Normally, we go away from zip, yeah, because of course we zip capture. It's our main focus to use zip. But as you know, it's a lot of new protocols is coming on market. It's let's say it's Janus protocol. What Lorenzo is here. It's also some media subs protocol. It's also some old implementation based on Janus WebRTC. Janus of JSON WebRTC protocols, which also we try to able to make possible to make search based on this information. And in this case, if you know in Homer 5, you have just a flat model. Yeah? So you have zip capture, zip table, which you insert data, and you insert this data to zip capture. And if you have some possibility, okay, if you would like to add some additional custom columns, you have to change table, you have to make alter, etc., etc. It's a little bit complicated. And in this case, we made focus on MySQL JSON fields format and Postgres. In JSON Postgres format, you are able to store JSON object, and it will be automatically indexed if you use JSONB. And it is very awesome because now you have a possibility to store any type of data inside, and it will be automatically indexed. But let's jump to next one. It's exactly, we also did some implementation for non-HEP platforms. It's exactly Protobuf, QS, and etc. And what is very important, we throw away PHP and Apache, so it's not, you should not install PHP anymore. And our new API, it's based on Node.js. And of course, we did some new UI, and it's Angular UI, it's modular, and so on. Exactly like I said, is Haplify server, it's a Go application which you can install. If you don't like to use Kamailio like zip capture server, you can install. You can exactly make some configuration, and it will store data to Postgres, MySQL, it's MariaDB. It depends what you like. HepOp, it's developed by Lorenzo Mangani. It's a JSON Node.js application, which if you would like to make some additional JSON capturing protocol like Janus or MediaSoup and etc. Or you have, like I said, its own protocol, and you would like to extend Homer to send this data in Homer, and you can use HepOp. It's in JavaScript. You can exactly adjust, make some different classes, send some logs information inside, and it will be it works very well. We'll show later. And like I said, it's Homer UI, Homer API, it's not JS. We ported Homer UI from our commercial stuff. It's Happy, it's called. We ported and give you for free, so you can use it. And it's very important stuff. What now in Homer 7, we don't write statistic to MySQL or to Postgres. Yeah? We said, okay, we try to reinvent view. We stopped. And we said, okay, it exists a very nice project like InfluxDB or Prometheus. Yeah? Why just not use it? And now we send data to time series databases. It can be, like I said, InfluxDB or Prometheus. And you can use exactly internal InfluxDB or Prometheus alerting to make some fraud detections, like I said, alerting. It will automatically push, make notification, and et cetera, et cetera. Haplify server, it's okay. It smells a little bit Java. Yeah, it has garbage collection inside. Yeah, but it works well. It's fast and don't need any additional libraries. It's a static compiled application. Haplify is a capt agent which wrote also in Go. You can also use it without any limitation. If you have ARM, if you have Windows, just put it, run, and it's working. And HepOp, yeah, I already said, it's exactly for Janus events and MediaSoup and et cetera, et cetera. Like I said a couple minutes ago, our goal is to use JSON. And now, currently, inside of Homer 7, you have a table which has same format. You have ID, you have SID, it's like session ID, I will show later. And you have the free fields, which includes JSON information about data what you sent. It will be automatically indexed. You can exactly make some schema adjustment. You can do some extra indexes, and it's very flexible. And in this case, it doesn't matter which type of protocol you will send us. It can be SIP, it can be RTCP, it can be RTP information, statistics, it can be Janus, like I said. It will be automatically inserted. Okay, yeah. Okay, about Homer 5, it's Homer 5. It's very, normally if you use Homer, it's already very known how it works. You have Kamailio zip trace, you send to Kamailio zip capture model, and it will be inserted to Postgres and to MySQL. You have Homer API, Homer UI, PHP Apache, old schema, works stable. Somebody says it can break network, but probably Oli will explain it later. What is exactly broken? Probably you did not install well. So you can ask us to tune it. So, and now it's complex Homer 7. It looks a little bit complex, but normally it's a little bit simplified. So, of course, it looks like a lot of components, but normally it's Amplify server, it's zip capture module. It will be inserted by Proto. It will be inserted by bulk to MySQL or to Postgres. It's very important, exactly in Amplify. What is very cool feature, what I forgot to mention, thanks Eugene, it's now we insert like bulk, yeah? So it's bulking. So normally in Kamailio zip capture, you just insert all messages to database, and if you have more than 5,000 messages per second, and you have when you are hardware, it's limit. So it's EO weights and et cetera, et cetera. If you use bulk, you can exactly define or decide how many inserts should be in this bulk or in timeout, and this data will be automatically inserted to MySQL, and it will reduce around 20–30% CPU load. So if you want, you can check it. It's even Amplify server works also for Homer 5 if you want to make a replacement. So I don't want to say Kamailio, but if you want to adjust your system to make it a little bit flexible or quicker, you can install Amplify server. And like I said, we send all statistics to Telegraph. Telegraph is aggregate all statistics and its data can be inserted to InfluxDB, to Prometheus, and you can use alerting, capacitor. It's a very known application which help you to make alerting in your system. Next one, it's about user interface. User interface is changed a little bit. Yeah? Now it's a Node.js application. It's Angular. What is very nice, now you have a lot of small files. Now you can compile it. Yeah? So it will be one build file, JS. It will be around 90 megabytes, but it will be loaded directly. You can minimize zip, and it will be very fast. Interface looks similar to what you already use in Homer 5, but inside it's changed everything. Yeah? So it's completely new. From the left side, you see InfluxDB chart, downstairs also, and form. Form, it can be moved. Yeah? And as a result, it's same. It's a little bit mess, but it's because it's a lot of data. If we try to put everything to Homer 7, you can decide which fields you will be indexed. Yeah? So which fields should be dropped, should be not displayed, etc. But display in your grid, it's absolutely dynamic. Yeah? So you will not decide by self, or we did not decide for you which fields will be displayed. You will decide which fields. It's very important to see in the results, and also you can save it, and you can use it for future, just some sets. And also you can exactly click. If you see, you have results xlog. So from for Kamailio, we have function hlog. You can send this information directly from Kamailio to Homer, and it will be automatically correlated. Yeah? It's Giacomo developed this feature. It's very cool. It's helped a lot to do some troubleshooting inside of Kamailio, because it's exactly say on which line of Kamailio config this log has been generated, how it's correlated, and et cetera, et cetera. Like I said, it's more, we go away from SIP, we try to make a little bit more universal, and especially with Janus protocol. Janus is not even a network protocol, it's just events inside application. And we try to implement it in Homer and connect these events to another protocol. So normally you can create a correlation script inside. You just say, okay, this protocol should be correlated to SIP or to logs, and it will be exactly combined in one result in your pop-up. Especially here, you see some Janus events which send zip remote answer and connect, try and connect, and subscribe and disconnect. So you can, like I said already, you can send it without any limitation. It will be displayed, it will be works. Like I said, it's Homer 7, it's already on GitHub, so Lorenzo is now pushing, yeah, I hope, to Homer 7 branch. And it's beta. If you're brave, you can install it. If you can wait a little bit, we will approve the documentation, because it's a lot of, again, it's a lot of components that have to be connected. But again, if you would like to help us, please contact us, join us, and we will be very happy you would like to help us. Okay, so what has to be done is exactly media charts, it's reporting task, it's in ongoing process, and graph visualization we have already, and yeah, we can see. So, and I would like to, exactly what we tried to implement it yesterday. It's, like I said, Homer 7, it's not only SIP. You know? And for example, in Kamailio you have CDRs. You know? So you have dialogues, you can write CDRs in file, or in syslog, or even in database. But what is about if we will take these CDRs and put to Homer 7? And in this case, you will be able to see duration by call, duration call. You can even correlate this data with your SIP messages already. So normally, you can find this transaction, it's normal transactions. In Homer, you found based on A number, B number, or even on different parameters. And click on this transaction, you have to correlate it with data with zip, the SIP data what you already sent. So let's try. So it's yesterday, we tried to implement it. Normally, I connect to our test machine. So we have user local CDR Kamailio. So normally Kamailio, just write, you see, just write transaction CDRs, start time, stop time for this call. And we go to user interface. Here's user interface. It's Homer 7. Let's make, let's start application. Node.js application. Sorry. npm run, boom, it's up. So normally log out, log in. Here it's exactly dashboard. You can add in dashboard, you can add new widgets. It's like before, and now it's a UnixDB charts. Just want to see, to show you how it works. So you have add data source. You select InfluxDB panel data source, and inside of InfluxDB you have many, let's say, case spaces, yeah, or databases. You even can use CPU of your system, write to InfluxDB, and you can display it here. It's like Grafana, normally Grafana or chronograph. So let's see what we have in HEP. HEP, retention policy after gen, add, boom, boom, boom. We have some statistics, let's say method, by invite by, so we have selected. You have tagging. You can even make a group tagging for this. So now, for example, if you have some IPs, you can add some tags for these IPs and make statistics only for one destination. For example, you have providers, two uplink, and you can exactly split these uplinks to two different groups and add this information and make alarms based on these statistics. And click here, you see, it's displayed. So normally, let's select 12 hours. Okay, nothing happens. Okay, let's make a call. So we did a call. Let's see if its call has been, yeah, you see in CDRs. And let's make search for this call. So normally we have created a new widget, proto search. We go edit preferences. We selected proto. You see, we have different protos. So you can select, create a quick search widget with different protos. Yeah? So SIP, log, RTP full report, Janus, Kamailio CDR. So we have created Kamailio CDR. Boom. Profile. You have created multiple profiles. For example, some CDRs will be for calls, some CDRs will be for registrations, for subscription, and so on. So it's normally sharding. We can add, oops, sorry, I forgot. Add fields. You see, it's fields what we populated inside of these CDRs. It also will be automatically generated. So we have session ID, we have, what do we have else? We have call start time, we have event duration. Boom. And we did calls 10 minutes ago. You see, we have already statistical. Boom, boom. It's here. Yeah? So normally, what doesn't work, what I told you, it should correlate it, but it's not correlated. Normally, it's something with correlation preferences. Yeah, I try to figure out, but it was no time. But normally, yeah, you see, it's no time at all. Normally, it's exactly with CDR what we already stored. And you can see here, all CDRs is inside. Duration, blah, 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 blah. And normally, if you click, we will fix it. If it's click, it will be complete, get all information, SIP messages, logs to display in this pop-up connected to this transactions CDR. So it should work. So. And of course, we can do some Janus search if we want. So normally, boom. Okay, it's not here. 1 second. It's because time range is too small. Lorenzo just did a couple calls. You see statistics here. Janus, boom, boom. Yeah. Oh, we have a lot of information. Boom, boom. Here is a Janus. Yeah. So we have attach. Of course, it even doesn't know about IP address. So it's not in the network protocol. It's inside its internal events. And we try to represent it on call flow like internal events. But you can connect even to network protocols, SIP, and it will be exactly on same call flow. It will be connected. But you have audio report, video report. You can click on each message. You can display it, and so on and so on. Same information for SIP. I have a couple of minutes. I'm sorry. It's a lot of information as usual, but it's not enough time to present it. But it's here. So let's say it was our call. Normally, this call should connect it to transactions. You know, it's only parameter of correlation script. But here, as you see, it's all information. It's here. Okay. So, and let's couple minutes. I have to explain how it works. So normally, it's okay. Deep view. It's exactly how it looks with table. We have SID. It's normally correlation ID or session ID. We have create date, which we use for partitioning. We have protocol header JSONB, which contain all information about network, timestamps, what type of IP protocol, destination, source IP. And we have data header, which data what you have to extract from protocol payload, what you send. If it's SIP, it will be request UI, from, to, user, and et cetera, et cetera. And row, we save exactly payload, what you send to us. So normally you can reconstruct PCAP file, you can download it, and you can make search based on protocol header, data header, et cetera. So like, if you see, it's exactly 1000, it's a dynamic protocol, what we use for Janus stuff. But one, it's for SIP, but you know already, it's documentation, it's on our website. And it's exactly how it looks. It's mapping information, mapping setting information. So normally, if you would like to make rotation script, some retention policy, in this table you insert all information about protocols, how many data you have to keep, how long it should be kept, which partitioning step should be done. You can also create some information, which indexes have to be created, especially very important for MySQL, because in MySQL you can create virtual fields, and based on virtual fields, it's possible to create some indexes to speed up your search, and so on. And just for example, it's exactly Kamailio CDR, what we did. We inserted this protocol mapping. We have some fields which will be extracted. This correlation, what I don't know why, it's something, it's my fingers probably. It's exactly mapping inside. So normally you inside of this protocol, you say it's I would like to take header call ID, lookup in protocol 1, it's normally SIP. In lookup profile call, in lookup field SID, session ID or correlation ID, and lookup range. So normally lookup range we adjust just to be flexible if you insert a little bit late and so on and so on. And normally it's generate this SQL query and we will return data and it will be exactly present on one call flow. It's some information how it's inserted. I don't have any time, but yeah, it's correlated, blah, blah, blah. Janus protocol is exactly the same. And any questions? Okay, I'm exactly at time.
Yeah, Tori there has a question. You go to Tori. And we have Ole is there. Okay, next speaker.
Okay. Allowed to ask?
Yeah, you can ask.
Sorry.
So in your example, you're showing CDRs that were pushed by the HEP protocol. Is it possible for you to correlate with data that wasn't pushed by HEP? Say, like you have a Logstash database of logs. You can, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in Homo 7 or in Homo 5, you already have remote log, okay. Remote log. Yeah. So normally, it will be automatically correlated, and you, in special tab, you will see this information. Yeah, and exactly this question we had also in mail list. Normally, yeah, we will even make remote request based on this call ID or let's say session ID, and we can retrieve data from Elasticsearch or from Logstash, and this information will be displayed on special tab.
And the correlation ID would need to be then a separate JSON element, or can you just do a substring search on say the log?
Yeah, you can just and you will get all.
Okay, thanks.
Some more questions over
Okay,
there?
last question, if any, here in the back, and then you just catch Alexander because we don't want to get late for the lunch, right?
Yeah, it's very important. Yeah.
What considerations are being built in for things? Sorry, hi. What considerations are being built in for things like GDPR? Because we have a large requirement for encrypting data, so I'm not sure if there is any plugin or things.
I don't know. It's exactly, it's not focused on open source stuff. But yeah, it's until now it's not clear exactly how you can store data and so on. So on. Yeah, we try to find a way.
Okay, thank you, Alexander. Always
thank you very
nice
much.
feature. Thank you.